Jake, let's talk essential oils.
I was waiting for you to ask.
Episode 120, this is when we're doing it.
Finally.
I resisted for a long time, but like almost everything else in our marriage, I just eventually concede to my wife. Whatever she wants to do, that's right. So we
healthy.
Yes, it's very good for us. Yeah, let me tell you. Happy wife, happy life. Have you heard that?
No, that's the first time.
Let me tell you again. Happy wife, happy life.
Wow. What else have you come up with over the years?
Love or home is where the heart is.
Okay, I like that.
Never go to bed angry.
Oh, now that seems like a good tip. That's something I would share at like a wedding reception.
Like, and you wouldn't think of that yourself.
No.
You'd be like, I'm angry. I'm falling asleep right now. It's super easy to fall asleep. Right?
I love falling asleep angry.
I could easily. I'm so mad right now. It's so easy to just fall asleep. It's like, yeah, sleep apnea for anger issues.
Is that what you wanted to talk about?
That's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about essential oils. We use them. We're not like the craziest essential oil family in the world, but we use them.
You're not selling them to 2 people and having them get 3 people, to sell them.
I think Catherine sold them maybe once in her life.
Business
Shout
woman.
out Erin Bowling. I think Erin Bowling bought them for her.
Oh, nice.
Erin Powell. Bailey Bowling's sister.
That's right.
Luke Hoagland's future sister-in-law. So anyway, we use them all. Frankincense, thieves. I don't even know what else. Lavender, Valvoline, whatever you call it.
Valvoline.
All the essential oils. High mileage, baby.
They are essential.
Big Daddy's high mileage. You need the thick stuff.
Valvoline.
But I was just thinking about it. I was like, essential oils are ridiculous. Like, because applying them to your skin is what initiates this idea. Like, hey, like your tummy hurts, rub some Digize on it and it's going to feel better because you put this stuff on your skin. You're tired. Yeah.
There's no like ingestion. It's just like osmosis.
No, you want some lavender, or you can smell it, but lavender on your feet, it'll help you fall asleep. You're asleep in 2 seconds with the lavender. And it's like, never in my life have I ever heard of anything else like really having this effect. Like in that same way. Obviously, like lotion moisturizes your skin when you put it on it.
But skin is already on the outside.
Exactly.
It's not doing it to the inside.
It's not like I'm going to put my lotion on because I have cardiac issues.
Yeah. The aloe vera doesn't do anything to my insides, as far as I know. It's just for the skin.
Yeah. So it's just a crazy concept. I just want to talk about it.
Yeah, no. I mean, at what point do we start getting worried that other things are affecting our bodies and our lifestyles?
Yeah.
Like if you, hey, don't let that Cliff Bar rest on your arm for too long, you'll start rock climbing.
Free solo. Yeah. Hey, String Bean, I know you're trying to lose weight, so I would really be careful walking on that DQ Blizzard over there. Don't rub those M&Ms on your feet, or you will just be bloated, my brother.
Oh no. How long have you been holding that Magic Johnson rookie card? You're going to get AIDS.
I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast.
Ghostrunners podcast.
Okay, much like last episode, this is also episode 120.
That's right.
Yes.
And we're recording it at 1:20 plus 17 Pacific time.
What in the world are you talking about?
Yep. We're 3:37 Central Standard Time.
Oh, I see.
1:27.
Wait, that kind of reminds me. Last night, as I'm going to sleep, I'm like, I'm going to check Instagram, check my message request or whatever. On my story last night, I reposted a Jean Shorts short.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, hey, if you, it was the small talker video we made, which I think is one of my favorites. Mm-hmm. You and I just doing our thing.
Just being goofy.
Just being dudes, funny guys.
Yep.
And so I reposted the reel to my story. It said something like, everyone everyone says they hate small talk, but we all do it, kind of something like that. And I get a response from a woman and she says, I think she listens to the podcast, but whatever. Still going to just put her on blast here.
Sure.
She responds to this Instagram story about small talk. Hey, just for clarification, I'm a graphic designer with a 4-year degree, and you can't do 4 years of Adobe in Canva Pro in minutes. You just can't learn that in minutes. Just saying. It rubs me the wrong way. At 12:54 a.m., this is verbatim what I say. What in the world are you talking about?
Not even any punctuation on that.
No punctuation.
What in the world are you talking about?
What in the world are you talking about? I didn't know.
I love that.
And then
Like,
now
I don't get it is basically what you said.
yeah, what? And now she let me know that, we did like some ad read for Canva Pro, like
Canva Pro,
4
baby.
or 5 months ago. And they're
It's
still running
yeah.
like that dynamic ad in our episodes, I guess. So that was not on my mind.
Because you're
Especially
not a
when
pro level graphic designer.
I'm not, guys.
But with Canva Pro, you could be.
In minutes.
In minutes.
So
it's the exact same thing as a 4-year degree, I'm sure.
that's what we've always tried to say. We've
Yeah.
always tried to be upfront and honest about
Yeah.
whatever we said 4 months ago. Anyway, just the fact that she replied to that story, I was just not thinking podcast at all. I was
Okay.
just like, what? This has nothing to do with small talk. And yeah, I just go, what in the world are you talking about?
So is this our new challenge to the ghosties? Like, hey, on our comments this week, just comment like no context necessary, and we'll try to figure out what it is. We'll try to comment back like some kind of response to some old thing that we said.
Oh, I see. I see.
Like I'm trying to think of a good example of that. I don't even know. I watched the clip kind of recently of whenever we first met the I'm Down Boys, and then we talked about different things the I'm Down Boys would do, and like you had that big. We talked about your huge explosion that we had on.
Yes.
Like somebody comment on that. Like that explosion was crazy. Were wolves really ticklish? And then we have to like figure out, whatever they're talking about.
And I think I'm going to be replying a lot. What in the world are you
What
talking
in the
about?
world are you
I don't
talking
get
about?
it.
Yeah.
Speaking of clips real quick, let's go ahead and just
love
talk
that.
about this now. Our boy Justin has been hard at work, our editor. We're going to be pumping out some just classic Ghostrunners clips. I
Yeah.
think every Tuesday, you'll have something to look forward to now. Only about 5 minutes, 3 minutes, depends on the clip. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't care.
It's your clip.
That's
Yeah.
right. Hit clips. So be looking out for that right here on like the Ghostrunners YouTube channel. It's not a new
Right.
channel or anything you need to go subscribe to, but just
Just the idea of like, hey, we have our videos on Instagram, but those are condensed down to a minute. So these ones are a little bit longer stretches, but still short clips of memory. I think we've done this long enough that we have some nostalgia behind, our podcast. Of
Yeah.
like, I remember that clip. I haven't thought about that in a long time. Like, let's watch it. Kind of like what we were doing at the end of episodes for a while. We're just going to actually post those on YouTube for you to watch in their entirety. So check us out on YouTube, Ghostrunners Podcast.
one of the couples I met, one of the ghosties that were at the show this past weekend, Cameron and Europe, I believe their names were. Europe was wearing an Amish Jams t-shirt, and she was like, this is the segment that like got my husband to listen. Like I kept trying to get him to listen.
Really?
And I finally sent him the Amish Jams like segment, and then he's been like a diehard listener ever since. And he was wearing a Vibes t-shirt, and he's at the show, so I'm like,
That's
he's
awesome.
fully in now.
That's sweet.
So the clips could be a way, use
Yeah.
it as marketing with your friends.
Yeah, because sometimes I think the Instagram clips are pretty out of context. Like you don't really know what's going on in the Instagram clip. Like,
Hey, I think we're doing okay. You think they're
No.
pretty out of context?
well, yeah, I think they are. Like, I think we don't always set them up. Like, I think the Amish Jams one we like did longer, and so we like talked about like we saw these things that are Amish Jams, but a lot of times it's like, why are they saying freaking God over and over again? Like,
That's true.
So they're all funny though. I love them.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm excited.
Clips. But yeah, I was in North Carolina this weekend doing some comedy shows with Trey. It's our last time not last time ever, probably in a comedy club. I feel like that would be a pretty prideful
Let's hope
thing to
not.
announce.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Because yeah, I'm sure we'll go back to that to test out material at some point in the future. But for now, from here on out, we're just doing theaters. It is the official tour from this point on. October 1st is when that starts. So
Wow, dude.
get your ticks. TreyKennedy.com/tour.
You get your ticks so Jake can get not the ticks. Tick bites. I tried.
Yep.
Yip, 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 yip. Where are we going first? October.
We're two shows in Charlotte,
Okay.
I think. Yeah, because that's the thing. We're kind of excited. Like we're done with double headers now. Like we gotten kind of used to this double header. And then I think our very first show is like, it's a smaller room. We're doing a double header. But for the most part, one show a night, one city a night.
Okay.
It's going to be Zoppity. I think we have 12 shows in the first 12 days because we're pretty much
Wow.
traveling the whole time. And there's a few double headers in there.
Jeez,
So
dude.
14 shows in 12 days, actually. So that'll be fun. But this past weekend was pretty great. It was ton of ghosties.
Greensboro, North Carolina.
Greensboro, North Carolina.
Mhm.
Did 5 shows.
How, is it as pretty as it sounds?
It's not bad.
Okay.
It's not as big a city as I thought it was maybe going to be.
Did you ever watch One Tree Hill?
No, never.
That's what I imagine all of North Carolina looking like.
How come?
Because I think it's based in North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, just cause.
No
Chad
reason.
Michael Murray just screams the Tar Heel State to me.
Yeah, it's like Outer Banks says the east part of North Carolina. I
Right.
just assume every other show is also a different part of North Carolina.
100%.
Yeah, but Hannah Joy
Okay.
She was in the building.
Yeah.
Sitting front and center.
Okay.
Yeah. Her and her husband were actually extremely loud, like in a good way. Like I could hear them.
How do you do that? Well, tell me what that means.
Like her,
So I think
it was her husband.
I think it'd be really easy to be extremely loud in a bad way. You have to find the line.
Yeah, it was just like laughing, just like a little bit louder than like everyone else. Like laughing when everyone else is laughing, but also man, this dude loves it. And so I was excited to talk to him afterwards. It's like, I assume he's probably a big Ghostrunners fan. He wanted to like support me or whatever. She was like, oh, he has no idea who you are. I was like, he was just genuinely laughing hard. She's like, yeah. I was like, oh, that's way better.
That's a fun guy.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love it.
Fun guy. Yeah, science teacher.
When we were in Phoenix at your show, there was, I forget the lady's name. She was like the
Without
host.
a trace.
No, she was like the host of the night. She had like a very like artsy name, like Summer or something like that.
Oh, that girl. She was the
Candy or
what was that girl's name? No, she was like the manager of that place or something.
She was like running the whole place.
Yeah, the host is like the first comedian who goes.
Yeah,
out.
not the host. Sorry, What
was her name? It was something that was like an essential oil. I'll tell you that.
It
was like
Violet,
Ganges or something. It was a river over there.
What is it? Nile? No, Euphrates. I think.
Honestly, it was pretty much Euphrates. Yeah, whatever it was, Tigris.
And anyway, she was there with one of her friends, this guy. And you could tell the guy did not know Trey or you. And it was so fun to watch. Like, I almost enjoyed watching them like look at each other with certain jokes and laugh to each other more than almost anything else. It was like watching these two people who didn't know you guys start like falling in love with you guys. You know,
that's
like,
cool.
Because it was just fun to like be like, oh, these people have no idea who you are, but they still find you funny. Like,
that is really good.
That's a fun proof of concept.
A guy Sunday night after our very last show came up to Trey and said, I do not like your videos at all, but I had a good time tonight.
Right.
And so it's like, well, I guess that's good.
Yeah.
Turn someone into a fan.
Right. And that would be tough. Like, I wonder if people have watched just Gene Short stuff and have never listened to our podcast, what they think of us. Like, I bet some people are kind of annoyed with the big guy that yells all the time. Like,
I bet they're proud of that lesbian who drives a truck.
That's right. Yeah. But that guy, that lesbo is just doing just fine with that F-150. Anyway. Okay. Hannah Joy.
Okay.
Appropriately loud.
The very first show, I met Cameron and his wife. And before it came on, like before the host even comes on, just to like start the night, they started playing jock jams. And so Cameron after the show told me, he's like, this is a different Cameron than Europe's Cameron. But he said, I literally got chills. He was like, Brad is here. They're surprising it.
What if,
Brad
dude?
Deuce is here. Because they started playing jock jams.
Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. But it shows that he gets chills from that song. That song elicits something in people.
Yes, that was awesome. They were great. Jake Utney, you recognize that name?
Yeah.
Him and his wife, and I think his sister were all there.
Okay.
They were really awesome. Celia and the crew. I kind of summarized Celia's voice memo last weekend. She was like wanting to get a crew of ghosties there, and we ended up getting a crew of ghosties there.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, that picture, was it the picture with like 4 or 5 of you guys?
Yeah.
And like we just met tonight, like different people that like didn't know each other. Like, that is so cool. That's like one of the coolest things I've seen is like people have become friends, because of our podcast. Like, that's weird.
Every show there were people in Ghostrunners merch there. And they're just like meeting each other like, oh, nice.
Right.
Amish jams or whatever.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's so cool, guys. Thank
Another girl named Lane. I remember meeting her. She was really nice. Oh, and Malia was there. One of my good friends. I went to Yosemite with Malia last year. She drove like 3 hours just to come to a show. And she already has tickets for like the actual tour, like when we were in Detroit. So I'm like, this is really nice of you. This is awesome.
Yeah.
No, she's the man. Or,
like Amanda Bynes version.
Yeah, she's the Malia.
Like a Hope or a Bynes. I love that part. So the actual shows went well?
It was interesting. So Friday night shows were, I don't know necessarily exactly why. I'm not any sort of chief meteorologist, but first show's at 7, second show's at like 9. A lot of windows at the Comedy Zone. Sun is beaming in, which created an interesting vibe. One, you could see everyone's face, which I think is not totally ideal for
kind of intimidating.
A viewing experience. 2, it just heated the place up so much, which I don't think they were used to because it was unbelievably warm. Like, I've never performed that hot before. Everyone in there, I'm going on stage 10 minutes into the entire night and the entire audience is fanning themselves. It's like I'm in a black church. It was just like, what in the world is happening? Everyone's fanning themselves.
Right.
Trey, I'm only up on stage 15 minutes, so I can handle it. But Trey, by the end of his set, is dripping sweat. I feel so bad for him because, it's already warm. He's elevated. He's got spotlights on him. It was so warm. And the crowds were like, everyone had a good time, I think, but it just wasn't very loud. It was just like whatever reaction we were getting was just not quite what we were used to. So
Sure.
it throws you off a bit. We're just like, normally that joke gets this amount of volume and it's not getting that, but all right, I'm just gonna power through.
Yeah.
And so they were fine, but then we go back to our green room, which I posted on, where did I post that? My story? Yeah, I posted on my story. I mean, it was like, there's an ice machine in there.
Like a janitor's closet.
There's someone's desk in there. There's a printer. There's like, it was the worst green room we've ever been in. It's super tiny. That on the thermostat, got up to 84 degrees in there.
Whoa.
We had like,
that's like so hot. Inside,
and that's where we have to stay.
84 is so hot.
And with no bathroom.
Like, you know how they have like feels like temperatures on weather apps? Like inside 84 feels like outside 110. I feel like that is so,
and like you just came off stage.
Stagnant air.
Oh my gosh. The chocolate, we had trail mix in there.
Good for you.
Chocolate melted.
No.
It was so warm in there. Yeah, so it was
melts in the green room, not in your mouth. Like, golly.
That's how I like it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
So that was the first time like, whoa, this is kind of a tricky little.
That's how North Carolina does it though.
Yeah.
I've known they're known for that.
And
One Tree Hill, that's how they did it.
And Chad Michael Murray, when he did stand up, that's how it was.
Lucas and Haley.
Aaron Weber, he's on Nate Bargatze's podcast.
Yeah.
We've like met him, performed with him.
Uh-huh.
He texted Trey the next morning. It was like, saw that you're in Greensboro. Just wanted to say, man, good luck. I have died many deaths on that stage.
Really?
And
so it's like known.
Yeah. So we're like, oh, I guess people know this.
Or did he mean because of the heat, you think?
He just meant, he didn't even know about the heat. He was just like, oh, the crowds there are just like known for being like less loud, like more passive, like more of a reserved crowd.
That's so interesting that you
It's
can
so
stereotype a whole city.
I know.
Like I understand.
Still almost don't.
Yeah, I don't
buy it.
Yeah, like I would never, except for St. Louis, I would never stereotype a city like that at all. Like, but like, because you never know. Every single night it could be different. It could be the different vibes,
different types of audience. Like I don't know.
I do think that the light is a big deal. Like I think that like
light being in there,
having too much light, like there's something like energetic and like exciting about a dark room for a show.
Yeah, like it's a performance. It's like you're in a theater,
right? And so if it's too light out there, that would make me a little more uncomfortable.
Yeah,
and
so we got the text from Aaron, and so I was like, oh dang, that's just how it is, I guess. And then Saturday we were saved by a cold front. Okay. Huge storm comes in. He's actually having to compete with thunder.
Oh yeah, you said that.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting. But
you like had to stop your set at one point. Like I'm gonna let this thunder roll in real quick.
Yeah, mid joke. It's just like, all right, I'll wait on that. But anyway, cooled off room, way better Saturday and Sunday. So I think it was mainly the heat. Okay. I think that affected everyone's mood and everything. So
yeah, of course. Yeah, that makes total sense. Honestly.
Yeah. So it was a lot more fun.
Any good crowd work?
I'm trying to think.
Any old man? Probably not. What was that guy's name? That guy was awesome.
Alan, I think. There was a guy. Oh, hold on. Oh, it was a guy asked, what's your secret to marriage? Mm-hmm. He said, be flexible. And so I was like, okay, not going to go there. Or I forgot what I said exactly. I said something like,
all right, Stretch Armstrong.
I was like, what are you guys owing for? I assume this guy, you look like a yoga master, right? You do yoga a lot. Yeah, that's probably what you do. Just out of curiosity, do you guys, because I thought of this joke immediately. So it's like, I got to get to it somehow. I was like, just out of curiosity, you guys have a dog? Yes, we have one. Okay, they have one dog. And I assume the breed is a downward dog. And that was fun.
What is downward doggy style a little too inappropriate?
Yeah, that's
what I thought you were gonna say.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't say that on stage. Yeah. I would want to though, and Trey would be like, "Why don't we not?"
Yeah, has Trey ever said anything like, "Hey, man, that joke was a little much," or have you always towed the line the other way?
I've asked him for permission to say a couple, and he's like, we probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
And then there's been a couple times where during our improv song where I've said some stuff and I'm like, is that okay? And he's like, that was perfect. So I'm like, all right, I'm finding the line.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, how about you tell those jokes on the Patreon this week at some point? Because I want to know what they are. If you
see if I can
them.
find them. Yeah, it was a while ago, but
that's funny. Like I think Knack Baxter always says this video is rated P for Patreon.
That's so funny.
Which is just great. But
I'll wrap up the North Carolina stuff.
That's great.
And we can move on.
I have questions. Okay. No, go ahead.
I signed a pickleball. I put that on my story. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was really cool. It was our very last show. So typically Trey, after the last show of the weekend, will come out and like meet fans and everything. And so there's a line to meet Trey.
Oh, life hack there. Well, I guess too late now, but
yeah, that was like your last chance. Yeah. Life hack.
Maybe the Charlotte show. Go to the second one.
This girl's just holding up a pickleball online. Like, Jake. I was like, is that a pickleball? So I go talk to her and her friends and sign the pickleball. And then she just hops out of line. So I was like, you don't want to? No, Nope. See ya. I was like, oh, okay. All right, have a good one.
How was it signing the pickleball?
It's tough. There's,
Yeah.
40 holes per ball.
Yeah, you just go straight line on it, right?
It was tough. Yeah, it was tricky, but I think it did all right. It was a
I
pretty good
think
sig.
maybe next time Alpha Move would just be like, pretend like the holes aren't there and just kind of sign it.
Just get the marker stuck in the hole.
Yeah.
Whoa, what
Like,
in the world?
You'll know it's a J because it's there, but
This is probably the only signed pickleball you have, so you'll probably just know this one's
right.
my signature.
For now. How are you feeling as far as like on stage? Like, do you still get nervous? Are you getting to the point where you're like, I'm good. I'm good with this time.
The first show of the weekend, I'm always like, Jake, you know what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Right. You know the order of stuff, but I definitely like go over it in my notes, like just
Okay.
because I don't get nervous about the funny part. It's the memory. It's just like you're gonna get stuck up there if you don't remember what to say next.
Do you ever think like I'm gonna have these 3 jokes in the back of my mind just in case I forget something?
Ooh, maybe I should.
I would do that. I would have like a few like an emergency fund of jokes, Dave Ramsey style, just like stored back there just in case I just absolutely blank.
I think I literally should keep them in an envelope in my back pocket
Maybe.
and just pull them out.
Excuse me, guys. Like,
What did the doctor say? Yeah, just something like that. Just a classic joke. Like, all right, I'm back now. I'm back.
that'd be funny to like explain it to people too. Like, FYI, if I get stuck, I'm just gonna pull something out and like do it almost on purpose. Like
Yeah.
I think people would kind of think that was funny. Be a funny bit.
I should do more. I'm not very like theatrical or even like, theatrical is probably the right word for it. But
Yeah.
I could probably afford to do some more stuff like that. Just like, I'm just pure comedy.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
me
you
and a
know me.
mic.
Yeah. Yeah.
No props, no gimmicks, just raw com.
When you get out there, maybe it's just a little bit too like spoiler alert for people, but when you get out there, what are you doing with the microphone stand? I don't know if you want to reveal this before people see you live.
I take mic off stand, I move mic to my left, and then occasionally throughout the set, I rest my left hand on the
Do
mic
ya?
stand. I've started doing that.
That's a pro move, baby.
I just don't, for the most part, I just don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I hope I look comfortable up there because I still don't, as far as like the staging and the movement, I don't know. I'm just kind of
Do they ever have stools for
walking
you?
around. They got stools.
I would not go stool.
It's called stand-up comedy, Brad.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not going to sit down.
Maybe I'd put my like water on the stool. Do you ever take water?
No.
That'd be a power move if you go for the water.
Ooh, and then like when I know I'm going to get a big laugh, it's like, and then
Yeah.
I told him, you say the joke while they're laughing. I take a
Yes,
sip. It's
right.
like, this guy knows when he's going to
That's
get
right.
laughed. This guy's a pro. Okay.
Or like as you're drinking the water, you're like, keep laughing. You take some more water.
You're a prop guy, huh?
Yeah, I
You're
know.
a prop
Yeah.
comedian. Yeah. I mean, maybe that's one thing I want to do is I want to have like a little like, I don't know if I need to go all the way to Wyoming, like Kanye style, but like I want to do some sort of like staycation or just I want to get away a hotel for 48 hours or Airbnb and just really, really prep for the tour. And just like, obviously, I don't think you're supposed to be writing a ton of new material. That was what the past 6 months were for, but I don't care. Whatever. I'm going to take the time now and write it to the point where I'm like, I'm not even nervous about this. This is the funniest thing I've ever
I was
written
gonna
down.
say, I think you're aware enough that you could write new material and like you'd be like, that's iffy or that's really good. Like that's ironclad. You know what I mean? Like for the most part.
And I think the way to test it out, Trey and I've talked about this even when we're like performing on tour, is like sandwich it between 2 bits that really work.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Don't do a whole new set. Like
yeah. 15 minutes worth of essential oil stuff I'm going to try out.
Charlotte first night's not going to know what hit him.
Yeah. And just try it out for 30 seconds at a time. Okay, that went great. Tomorrow night, let's expand it to 60.
Sure.
So going to do that.
Love it, dude.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Alan, long.
Long-standing pianist. Yeah, he stands. He doesn't use a stool.
Yeah, that's correct. He does. Yeah. Who travels with us. He saw all these different ghosties in merch. And he's like, dude, it looks so good on people. Like, I got to buy some. And I thought maybe he was just like blowing smoke up my butt. It was like, yeah, man, you got to get some. Doesn't even listen to the podcast. I don't know if he's ever listened to an episode. And then
Until now,
we're sitting 2 feet from each other. I don't think he knew that I got notifications when someone buys merch and it says, Alan from Tulsa, Oklahoma, just spent $67. Like, dude,
let's go, Alan.
thanks, Alan.
Thank you.
He's like, dude, I had to get an On Your Feet shirt. He has no idea what that joke's from.
It's a dope shirt.
He loves the shirt
Yeah.
that much. He's like, I had to get the Jordans on a shirt.
Yeah, people love the old school Jordan.
I was like, thanks, dude. That's really nice.
oh, that's cool. Let's go, dude. So maybe we should just like market to people that like, maybe we should start doing Facebook ads for people that don't even know about the podcast.
Just sell the On Your Feet shirt.
Yeah, maybe take off Ghostrunners podcast on the bottom for a while and
just sell it by
just sell
itself.
on your feet. Yeah. I love it, dude. That's awesome.
One other girl on the last night while in line to meet Trey, she calls me over because I just had to tell you, well, she said a few different things, but I'll skip over them. Whatever's like, I love the part about like you talking about your upbringing. I think that's so relatable. That's so good. And at first I was like, oh, this is like genuine feedback. This is good to know. People like when they feel related to yada, yada.
And here's your upbringing, your Christian upbringing, correct?
Yeah. And even I've started to go, I told some new jokes this weekend actually about like more specifically like growing up on a farm and what that was like and what Missouri is like, you know, so I'm going to lean into that more. But she's like, the part about you being sheltered, like that just hit so home for me. Like, when I used to bartend at the strip club, like I did not know anything they were talking about. And right away, I'm like, okay, hold on. We are not the same. Do not group me in.
Oh, yeah. Stratford. Yeah. They used to call it Strippy Straff.
She just so quickly threw that in. I was like, well, can we
Your
back
eyes
up?
just become like 8 balls. Like, oh my gosh.
Oh my, we are not living the same sheltered upbringing. She was like, when I used to bartend at the strip club, like the guys would come up to me and they would like say these words. Like I never knew what they meant. And like, for instance, like this one guy came up to me. He's like, do you party? And I was like, yeah, I party. But I didn't know he meant like party. Like at that point, I'd only done blow like once or twice. So I wasn't like really partying.
Like I was
like,
really sheltered.
Yeah. I'm like
I basically lived in a shack.
Oh, you mean like physical shelter?
Oh yeah.
You mean
like you had shelter.
You had to make your own shelter.
Right.
Oh yeah, I meant something else. I meant like my parents were like a metaphorical shelter.
I meant my parents paid for my private school.
Yeah, she meant like, oh, I made a shelter out of sticks. Yeah, she's like, I'd only done blow once or twice at that point. So I didn't know he meant like party.
Like it was a tree house though. Like that was it. Like it wasn't a full shelter.
It's funny you mentioned blow because a strong wind could blow over my shelter.
Right.
Cocaine was not involved in that kind of blow.
Yeah, you've heard the 3 little pigs, right? Like
the third one?
Yeah.
That was not my house.
Right.
The first 2 were more me.
They huffed and they puffed and they blew.
And then there went
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
There went me in the 70s. They huffed and they puffed, yeah, and then they made Scarface.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh.
So anyway, that was just a fun. Like she thought we were just 2 peas in a pod.
How do those people get to Trey's shows? Like
she said she'd never heard of us, but she absolutely loved the show. She went with friends.
Okay.
And
was this Hannah Joy's husband's? No, never mind. It's a girl. I was trying to get. Yeah, she never heard of him. Yeah.
No, they were fun, kinda. Sweet woman, but.
How many, like, is it like usually an hour worth of fans, 30 minutes? What's a normal like duration that you talk to these people? Not each person, but like total.
So when we got to do 2 theater shows, you know, last spring, and typically those lasted a while, like even just for my line,
yeah.
You know, and I sucked back then and people still wanted to meet me. So that probably took 30 minutes.
I bet it's going to be longer.
It's enough
now.
to be like kind of exhausted afterwards, but right. I get energy from that stuff. For the most part, 90% of people are really great. And it seems like a lot of very drunk women want to meet Trey. And the people who want to meet me are like already Ghostrunners fans and they're awesome and it's easy.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the general advice to people that do meet you in the future. Don't be drunk.
Just be
is
able
there anything else that you like appreciate?
Be able to conduct yourself and
what's like the perfect amount of time on average? I know obviously you're gonna hit some people who you're like, dude, I gotta talk to you. But like, is it 3 minutes max?
I think
2 minutes.
Just open with something specific about you or you and I's relationship.
Okay.
And then let's see where that leads us, baby.
Okay.
Like I just open with like this. Yeah, this is something like special about the first time I listened to Ghostrunners. So this is like we have this mutual friend, or like tonight specifically, I loved this, or whatever. Anything, just go specific right off the bat.
Yeah, good. That's good.
I don't know.
Yeah, but that does energize you. I'm a extrovert like that too. Like the weekend when all the ghosties came into town, like it was exhausting.
I was
like,
gonna say that was pretty exhausting.
It was exhausting, but at the same time, like when I was there with them, I was having so much fun.
In the moment, yeah, it was awesome. And
but
when you get
they
done,
left, I was like, oh wow, I am very tired.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's how I feel too.
So,
okay, sorry. One last thing about the shows specifically, and then I'll let you chat about what you got going this week. But this was super, super cool. Our opener, our host for the weekend, Chris, he'd been doing comedy 30 years, literally longer than we'd been alive.
How old was he? 50?
Yeah, 58 ish. Yeah. I don't know. Got some kids, got a wife.
Oh, he might pass out in that green room.
Yeah, he was like white undershirt, then like flannel, I think, underneath, like long sleeve flannel.
Okay.
Chris is burning up.
Yeah.
But he's been doing like Carnival Cruise comedy for a while. And anyway.
Ooh, there's a life hack for Steve Triplett. If you ever want to get a free cruise, just be a comedian for it. Steve.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm sure he gets paid pretty well doing that. But he was like, hey, I want you guys to stick around as soon as the show's over on Sunday night. I got something special for you guys. So
I love it anytime anybody says like surprise like that.
Like when I had a treat for you
Yes,
today?
you just texted me. I got a treat for you. I was so excited. It was a small treat, but it was an exciting.
Very
treat.
small treat.
Yeah.
But he goes up on stage. Thank you all for coming. Appreciate you all, supporting the Comedy Zone of Greensboro. And I want to do something right now. He pretty much did a curtain call. He called up Alan, me, then Trey. And he said, these guys, don't know that I'm doing this. Come on up to the stage. Give him a big round of applause. I'm not kidding when I say in 30 years of comedy, this has been his home comedy club when he's not like on the road or like on the sea. And he goes, I've never done a curtain call ever in 30 years. I've never asked comedians to come back on stage. Like we've had this comedian all come through. And I just wanted you guys to know that these three guys are some of the most genuine, nicest people I've ever met in my entire life.
Really?
And they're so fun. And just said all these nice things about us on stage. It was unreal. It was like, this is so cool.
And you had no idea it was happening. Like,
yeah, it was just like,
that's
what
really
in the
cool.
world? And
especially because you guys like are acting the whole time. Like you're not genuine.
No, it was a character piece.
Like you're like, this guy's a jerk.
For 3 days, we just put on this fake face.
Oh yeah, every time you're like, hey, I gotta get in character tonight, so I can't hang out.
Genuine. I got this. Anyway, that was pretty cool. That was something I'll probably remember for a while.
That's really cool.
Just we left some sort of impact on him, just by being overall just polite people. I don't know. I think the bar is really low for comedians.
That's so sad though.
Yeah, kind of. He did have a lot of stories for us with like, I forget like specific comedians, whatever. I'm not going to dox him either way, but they would be like openly like talking crap on this guy. Was like, hey, I think our opener's talking to us, like while he's in the room.
What? Like,
yeah, just
ignoring them?
Yeah, it's just like, it'd be like if Isaac was right here, I'm like, hey, you remember the time that that one other woodworker just like totally screwed up the, whatever, just like treating him like he's deaf or like he's a 2-year-old who doesn't understand English.
What?
Yeah.
That is, Jake, we are going to be so famous someday, but let's never not be cool. Okay.
I think we have a better chance of staying cool than we do being really famous. So yeah, I'm not worried about it.
I'm just teasing, but yeah, I hope not one shred of us ever changes like that. That's funny.
I think I'm getting a prank call. It says no caller ID.
Let's go.
Hey, mama. Hello.
Hello.
Howdy.
Who's this?
Who's this?
This is Tony.
Oh, hey, Tony. I was waiting to hear back from you.
Hey, Tony, which barbecue place are you going to these days?
Do what?
Are you calling about the barbecue?
No, I'm not.
Oh, I'm sorry. What are you calling about?
I think I might have the wrong number then.
I was expecting a call from a Tony.
Oh.
Are you a Taurus?
I'm Michelle Adams.
Oh, Michelle. Here, let me get her on the phone.
Hey, Tony, how you doing?
Hey, Michelle.
What'd you say?
You heard me.
You picking me up soon or what, darling? Tony.
Tony didn't want a shot. Tony.
I went for like Michelle was like an extra on My Name Is Earl back in the day.
And is out of work now.
Yeah. She worked at the bowling alley back in the day. So kind of a carton of Marlboros a day. Michelle. That was my character for her.
Darling. That was fun.
You ain't Michelle.
You ain't Michelle.
That's the benefit of having our phones,
Now we get
now
that.
we can do that.
Anyway, how was your week, Brad?
Oh man, week's been fine. We're recording this on Tuesday, so it's a shorter week for us. But the weekend was busy for both of us, so we have plenty to talk about. So let's see.
God, Tony's calling back again.
Okay.
You want it this time?
Hi, this is Brad. Hi, this is Brad. Who's this?
This is Tony. Where's Michelle at?
Tony, hello. Who? Michelle?
Yeah.
Oh, here she is. Just a second.
Hi, Tony.
Yeah, Michelle. So, put Michelle on the phone.
Tony, why you bothering me so much?
If she don't want to talk to me, fine. I'll ignore her and stuff, and I won't answer any more phone calls from her.
All right then, Tony.
All right.
All right then. You have to bleep that out later.
Yeah. Sorry, Justin. Okay, where do I start? I'll start with this weekend. So, originally was planning on going to the lake with my friends. It was our friend Kevin's birthday, and we were all going to go out there. My sister, who lives in Southwest Kansas, just recently has been struggling with oh my gosh, with vertigo. Do you know anything about vertigo?
Yeah, Liza Minnelli had it in Arrested Development.
That's what I was going to say. The only thing I know is from Lucille from Arrested Development.
I think Simone Biles had something pretty similar to that.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a gymnastics version of it.
Like she was debilitated this whole past week to the point where she asked my parents, can you please come and help me? I can't walk for
oh, wow.
Yeah, it's very debilitating. She's just been in bed for a week basically. And so my parents were supposed to watch our kids this weekend, but I was like, yeah, go worry about that. I can stay home. So I stayed home with the kids.
Oh, you missed Lake Day.
I missed Lake Day. Catherine was really, really excited to be away from the kids for 24 hours. So I was like, go do your thing. So while you were performing in Greensboro on Friday night, I was, it was classic, this is what I'm doing. This is what Jake's doing. I was watching the Papa tracker on my cell phone, on
Ooh,
my Papa John's app. Oh yeah, they're in transit. Okay, here we go. But yeah, it was great. It was fun. But I have two different stories from this week. First one comes on Saturday. So it's a little bit of a long story.
I'll strap in.
And so I'll try to, it's a detailed story. It's not a super long, turn of events, chain of events, but just it's crazy. I'm trying to.
Is it better than the preface of the story, or is it about like this?
It's about the same. But I'll get there. Okay. You know what? Edit this out too, Justin. I was kidding. So anyway, it's Saturday afternoon. Now you got me all flustered on my.
Our clips come out on Tuesday.
Yes, that's right. Saturday afternoon. I am the smartest dad in the world, so I decided to go to the park with my kids. It's Saturday afternoon at 2:00 in the middle of August. Just a great time to go to the park.
Okay. Because
it's super hot outside, but there's no one else there because I'm the smartest guy in the world. So anyway, super
park
hot
to yourself.
Yeah, it was great fun. But yeah, we only stayed probably 30 minutes because it was so hot. And I was like, Hattie, she didn't really want to leave the park. So I had to bribe her I was like, it's super hot. We need to go. I think Bo's bald head's getting burned. What if we go get ice cream? She's like, oh, I really want an ice cream cone. I was like, okay. And I was like, I was thinking we'd go get Frosties. Love Frosties.
Frosties are nice.
And she's like, no, I really want a chocolate ice cream cone. And I was like, well, we go to McDonald's. They don't have chocolate. Let's go anyway. She's like, no, I really want cones. So we went to McDonald's. Park, get the kids out of their car seats, walk up to McDonald's. And I don't know if this is every McDonald's around the area, but there's no dine-in seating at all at McDonald's. We jostle on the door and it's not.
Hard jostle?
Hard jostle.
Huh.
And yeah, nothing there. So I was like, okay, let's just go through the drive-thru and eat in the car. So I had the genius idea. This is mistake number one. Genius idea I was like, let's just put the kids in the front seat of the car. It'll be fun. They never get to do that. Hattie loves when she gets to sit in the front without her car seat. And so I have Hattie and Bo, Hattie's kind of holding on to Bo in the passenger seat of the car. And we're going through the drive-thru. And mistake number two that I made, mistake number two. We'll start with this one. So there's this little pouch of blueberry acai, a suckable yogurt thing.
Okay.
It's more of a puree, if you will. And I was like, well, I'll give that to Bo. He's kind of being fussy. It's about his nap time, so I'll give this to him. Give him the blueberry acai pouch. He's sucking it down in 5 seconds flat, just dominated this thing. I was like, good for you, Bo. And so since he dominated so fast, I was like, Bo might be upset if he doesn't get his own ice cream cone. That's mistake number 3. So I order 3 ice cream cones.
Oh my.
And I'm also thirsty, so I order a tea. So I'm like, So we get to the window.
Tea does go really well with ice cream. I mean, those sound like they would blend together great.
You know what? It did.
Little bite of ice cream.
Little tea, little ice cream, little tea. And so I get to the window where they're giving me the ice cream cones. And before the lady gives me anything, I overhear her talking to somebody else say, should I say something? And I think the way she looked at me she was judging me so hard for having these 2 little kids in the front seat of my car, unseat belted,
Yep.
And she just stared me down, and I was like, hello, how you doing?
Hey, it's Tony.
Here's my money. Yeah. It's Tony. And so she made mistake number 4. She gave me the ice cream cones first and then reached out the tea. Now, if you can imagine, so I got
Oh, dang it. I just missed a call from Tony. I got to put my phone over here.
He's got to learn.
Doesn't he know it's the wrong number? And why is he star 67ing me? He keeps like, it says no caller
Yeah.
ID. Chill,
I don't
Tony.
know. Yeah, just be fine, Tony. So anyway, got 3 cones in my hand. This lady gives me 2 pretty average size cones, 1 pretty big size cone.
Okay.
And I'm holding these cones, and then she's like holding out this drink for me to take. And I'm like, I don't know what to do with these cones. Like I need to give it to Hattie eventually. But the cone that I had, like I was 2 fisting in one hand, 1 fisting in the other. And so I gave Hattie the biggest cone out of the 3.
Because it was in your right hand.
Because it was in my right hand.
You had to.
It was like, you know how like the paper on the end of the cones, like I couldn't just put it down because it would like jostle over because the paper's a little uneven. So I was like, here you go, Hattie. And
Eat up.
yeah, right. I was like, this isn't going to go well. And right when I give it to her, Bo just lunges towards this thing with 2 hands and just like tries to like grab it and eat it. And so Bo's hands are all a mess. Hattie, for whatever reason, is wearing my like these old school like sunglasses I got from a thrift store. And I look over at her and she's got like ice cream, like just covering one of the shades, like one of the lenses. And I have 2 ice cream cones in my hand. I got this drink. This lady's like just staring me down, like, have a good day, you awful dad. And so then we're like, all right, we're going to go park. So then this is where the story gets just even a little bit crazier. So, so I kind of wipe Bo down, but he still got this blueberry acai pouch thing.
Of course.
And like, honestly, he seems pretty like entertained with it. Like he wasn't that interested in the ice cream. Every once in a while he'd go try to lunge for Hattie's, but like he didn't want his own.
He's like his mom.
And I'm like, of course he doesn't want his own ice cream cone. He's 1 year old, you idiot.
Yeah.
And so the whole time, like, he's got this acai thing, but eventually he starts like kind of squeezing out a little bit on Hattie. And so Hattie's like crying about this like acai stuff on her leg. And I'm like trying to wipe her down. So then I'm like, okay, I'm just going to put Bo on the ground in the front of the car seat or in the front of the car. And so he goes on the ground with this pouch.
You're parked in a McDonald's parking lot?
Yeah. The whole time.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, like the pouch itself just like somehow explodes all over my truck, which I'm trying to sell, by the way. And so blueberry acai is not the best thing to just get all over. And so then I'm like, crap. Like I thought that he had sucked this thing dry. I take it and I just have to like suck it all in.
There's always more toothpaste in the tube, Brad.
Yeah. And exactly. And there was it Tony again?
Different number.
It's gotta be
Tony without star 67.
Yeah.
Hattie. What's your name?
Where's Michelle at?
Michelle ain't here. Stop calling, all right, Tony?
Well, why you got her phone then?
I don't have Michelle's phone. Michelle switched to Boost Mobile 2 weeks ago and got a new one.
No, Michelle didn't because I talked to Michelle the other day.
Well, you talked to her on a different cell phone then. She's got Boost Mobile now. She switched from Cricket Wireless over to Boost Mobile.
Yeah. She didn't have Cricket Wireless, dumb. She always had Boost Mobile. It's a government phone.
You got me there, Tony. Well done. You've done your research, boy.
Tony, Michelle's not here. For real.
Yeah, you have the wrong number. Sorry, Tony. I don't know how you talked to her, but this is the wrong phone number.
It's phone number I talked to her on her just a couple days ago.
It wasn't.
I don't know. My name is Jake. I live in Kansas. I don't even know who Michelle Adams is. But you can keep calling. Nice guy.
Did he ever say her last name?
I thought he did.
Oh, that's what I thought. That was hilarious of you. Like, I don't even know who Michelle Ray Jones is. Like,
I love that I nailed the Boost Mobile thing. She's always had Boost
Mobile. Always had Boost Mobile.
You idiot.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, sorry. Hopefully Tony's done calling. Back to the story.
Fine. Okay, so anyway, Bo's on the ground. Hattie's in her seat, and he somehow explodes all this stuff, and then he somehow sits in his blueberry acai pouch. So he's got it all over his butt, his tuchus,
yeah,
all over his hands. He's got ice cream. He's just touched all these buttons. And then I'm watching Hattie with her skyscraper of a cone thinking like, this is a ticking time bomb. Like she, because eventually it's going to melt. It's very hot outside. It's August. And yes, we're inside this truck, but like that thing is melting quick. And so every time she would say something, she was like, randomly, she was like, My favorite I Love Lucy episode is when they pretend like they're grandparents. I was like, Hattie,
Not
right now. Lick your ice cream cone.
Wrong number, Hattie. Just eat the ice cream.
Meanwhile, I have 2 in my hand and I'm just like not even enjoying. I'm just like just chewing on them basically.
What do? You lick.
I basically went all the way down to the cone on one and all the way down to the cone on the other.
Okay, I didn't know if you could like
just double back and forth.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I just went cone by cone.
Okay.
Anyway, so basically and then all of a sudden I look over, I don't even know how this happens. And Bo, like people have black eyes, like Bo somehow has a white eye. Like somehow he had like face planted his face into the ice cream cone.
You never hear about people doing white face.
Right.
Bo ahead of the curve.
Yeah, it was very white though, let me tell you. And so I don't even know. I mean, it ended fine. But Bo by the end of it had acai like remnants and mud from the park and like all this stuff all over himself. Hattie, like every time Bo would like reach for something, he would like put his arm on Hattie's ice cream cone. Like it was just a huge mess. Luckily I was laughing and it was just like, I know this is my fault, so I can't be upset with anybody right now. But it was just an absolute mess.
It sounds so extreme that it does become funny. It's like a cheaper by the dozen scene.
Like I was like, this is great. I'm such a fun dad, like taking my kids to the park.
Everybody gets a cone.
An ice cream cone. Yeah, Bo's going to love it. No one especially in a confined space of your truck. And so it was just a huge mess.
You're not like a new dad either. Like you've had children for over 4 years.
Right.
Like you should know.
You should know better than this.
The 1-year-old doesn't need an ice cream cone probably.
The thing is okay, so yeah, in my defense, we got Chipotle yesterday after church and I ordered Bo and Hattie the exact same thing. Bo ate the exact same amount as Hattie. Like Bo ate the entire quesadilla. Oh. Bo ate more. He had the beans too. He goes nuts on it. So he eats a lot. And so that was my dumb rationale for it. It was like, well, I don't want Bo to, basically I was selfish. I was like, I don't want Bo to have all of mine. So
he's not going to be satisfied with the blueberry puree.
Yeah, exactly.
He needs more.
And then classic, I put the kids back in their car seats as I was leaving. And this guy, he's got a Green Bay Packers, decal on his, big, huge decal on his truck. And he just goes, hey, I don't know if you know this, but they're actually closed inside. Thanks. Yeah. It took everything in me to not be sarcastic. I was like, yeah, brother, I already tried. Yeah. Thank you.
Did you not hear the hard jostle about 20 minutes ago?
I think he thought I was about to get my kids out, but I was really getting them in. So that's story number 1 of the day with just being a great dad.
Lake day, huh?
Yeah. Catherine came home and I was like, boy, am I glad to see you. Story number 2 happened yesterday. What days? No, Sunday morning. So Catherine wasn't feeling good. Really, Catherine just screwed me.
Dropping the ball.
Just boned me all never mind. Really, Catherine just gypped me. Dropping the ball left and right. She wasn't feeling good. Right before we were supposed to leave for church, she's like, Brad, I really just
have
can't.
Vertigo.
Right, exactly.
I don't have my sea legs.
And so I take the kids to church by myself. We go to a pretty big church and it's becoming more and more, I think because it's the end of summer, everyone's coming back to church. And so
back to school.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Get your pencils.
Yeah. Bless those backpacks, all those things. And so we get there 5 minutes late, not that late. But the parking lot is completely full. So crowded.
You got a Jesus in the inn situation here.
Yes, exactly. And our church is big enough where they have shuttles. So you can park off site is what they say. And they'll shuttle you over.
Good for you.
For whatever reason, that just upset the heck out of my 4-year-old daughter. Hattie just could not accept the fact that we had to park somewhere else. And I was like, we get to take a bus. This is going to be so cool. We get to be on a bus. And she threw the biggest tantrum, dude.
Weird.
And so here I am. So first of all, imagine with me, I don't know if you can resonate with this, but I think a lot of the larger people in the audience can. I was wearing a button-down shirt. And if you wear a button-down shirt that's a little too tight,
okay,
every once in a while, one of the buttons just comes undone.
Really?
Has that ever happened to you?
No, I can't say.
I think I'm sucking in, but every once in a while, push out and the button just
fully undoes itself.
Yeah, fully. And usually it's the one right in the middle.
It's like a magic trick.
Right in the button area.
Okay.
And so, anyway, that's just a little bit of a whatever. And so these people are waiting for me to get on the bus. All these nice church people. And Hattie is just screaming and not willing to go. So I put Bo on the bus and the bus driver is holding him back. And so Bo starts crying, screaming. And I'm like, Hattie, I'm trying to be chill and cool. But at the same time, I'm get on the bus. She's like, I'm not getting on the bus. I don't want to get on the bus. So I pick her up and just manhandle her in there, and she's kicking and kicking and kicking.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And like we go and sit down in the car or in the bus, and I'm looking down, and I have like 2 buttons just right here.
Bare
just
skin?
open.
No undershirt?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's the worst part.
It's summertime.
Should have gone undershirt on it. So yeah, all these people, watching this single dad is what it looks like. Like he has the kids for the weekend.
He
I
probably
guess.
has Boost Mobile.
Yeah, right. Struggling with these kids. This one girl's just crying, and I'm trying to be cool because I feel like as a parent, when your kids are crying, the best thing to do is to be chill. Because like if you're really mad and mean at the parent or at the kids, then everyone else is going to be way more uncomfortable than if you're just like, it's okay, it's fine, whatever. This kids, am I right? But anyway, it ended up being fine. The icing on the cake though is that, so we went to the 9:30 service that I got there at like 9:55. And then Catherine and I were scheduled to work the nursery, the 1-year-old room at 11 o'clock. So Catherine wasn't there. And so I had to do it. Luckily I had somebody that like was able to sub with me. But there were 9 little kids in there, 8 boys and 1 girl.
Wait, so is Hattie just chilling in there with all the 1-year-olds and you?
No, Hattie's in her Sunday school as well.
Oh,
She
okay,
just stays in Sunday
okay.
school longer. So yeah. And so that's just a fiasco as well. Like I got like these kids just like bawling their eyes out with snot coming down their nose.
Oh my god!
I had a Yeti like water bottle, and somehow it got dumped over. I'm just like, this is the best day ever.
Oh my!
I love this so much. Everything about it was just wild. Like these kids were like trying to pull my pants down, like trying to like grab onto me so much. And I'm like, it's okay, whatever. It was, luckily I had a decent attitude about the whole thing, but it was just chaos. Like I was like, I can't believe this is happening 2 days in a row. Like, why does this have to happen to me? But
the past 15 minutes have been the best birth control I've ever heard of. This is fascinating.
It was just like, yeah. And that's how every single Sunday goes, by the way. No, I'm just kidding.
Do you get to that, or like, how do I want to ask this? Like, as a parent, I'm sure, I don't want you to make you feel bad. I'm sure every parent goes through this. Like at certain times you're like, why did we do this? Why did we sign up for this? You ever feel that? Maybe every parent doesn't feel that way. I feel like I would.
To think. I don't think, maybe right when we first had Hattie, maybe I thought that, but I don't think so.
Really?
I don't remember specifically ever feeling that way. I mean, yeah, if you were to ask me consciously, like, hey, do you think life would be easier if you didn't have your kids? I was like, yeah, of course. But it wouldn't be as fulfilling.
That's not
either.
why you do it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever like regretted by any means, but definitely have like had thoughts of, yeah. If you would ask me like, hey, would this be easy? I was like, yeah, of course. Like
a dad who's like, whoa. I had a kid to make my life easier. And this is not working at all.
Wait a second.
I mean,
the tax write-offs alone were supposed to be great. They're not as good as you think.
They're fine.
All right.
They're not. I'm still having to pay for 2 ice cream cones every time I go through McDonald's.
Exactly.
So that sucks.
Exactly. Yeah. They don't tell you about all the extra food you have to buy and the diapers.
This girl eats almost every day. This is adding up.
Oh man. Yeah.
She's starting to nap every now and then. Gosh.
And that's expensive.
And we had to build her a bed. That sucks.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's funny. Like, I think you just get I think you get more desensitized to stuff like that. Like I don't like in this nursery with all these kids, like 3 of them were crying at once. And I was just having a conversation with this other lady. Like, it was like, yeah, kids are crying. No big deal.
And I would probably just lose my mind. Like,
yeah, 100%.
Can everyone,
Yeah.
even all the babies, everyone just shut up. I think we'd all have a better time if we all just stopped crying.
Like if someday your cousin Steve and your sister like have babies, get married to different people.
Where are you going here?
I know you're from Missouri, but get married to different people, have babies, and all of a sudden there's like 3 kids in the house and there's you're going to think it's like utter chaos, and they're going to be like, they're not even going to think twice about it because they're going to be used to it.
Because they've been raising that kid together for, a couple years now. So I've passed the weird part.
That's just
I've
me.
gotten
Like,
over that.
when my sisters both had kids, I just remember thinking like, there are 2 kids in this house. This is nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And now like we go on, to family stuff, and I'm like, this is just how it is. So yeah, anyway, you become desensitized to stuff like that. It's not as big of a deal.
That makes sense.
So anyway,
It makes sense.
so yeah, I was trying to be a good dad. I don't know if I was this weekend. I don't know if I had good intentions. I will say my intentions were pure. I don't know if my execution was flawless, but
Good intention, Dad.
anyway, those are the 2 main things I have from this past weekend.
Those are chunky things. That's
And
a lot.
I posted on the Patreon a video of us going through the drive-through. But I have another video I'm going to post on the Patreon this week.
Now that they've heard the story.
Of like them, like while the I think there's one of Bo's white eye and there's one of just like the chaos with Hattie, like having ice cream
I can't
all over.
wait to see that.
Yeah, it's awesome. So
that's great.
Anyway, yeah.
As soon as we're done with this podcast, I'm going to meet up with someone to buy something off Facebook Marketplace, Brad.
Is he sick and so you have to go to his house?
No, we're meeting at a Quick Trip gas station.
That's where I always meet.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. So I have a question, just real quick. We don't have to stay in this too long. We agreed, he's a younger guy. He seems cool. We agreed to pay via Venmo.
Mm-hmm.
I get one shot in the Venmo like message.
Yeah.
What do I put? Like I get one thing and it's going to be like literally right in front of him, obviously. Cause like he's going to make sure.
What are you buying? Are you comfortable saying that?
I'm comfortable saying that, saying goodbye to the bomb techs.
Are you?
The irons, keeping the driver, keeping the wedges, the irons in the middle,
okay.
Getting rid of them. Although maybe I shouldn't. For all the golf people out there, out of nowhere today, I just shot an 83 this morning.
Go.
Shot an 83 with Isaac, or not with, or Isaac was there. I individually by myself shot an 83.
My sister has her own kids. Yeah. Isaac was there.
Isaac was nearby, but he helped.
Right.
But he wasn't like his.
Yeah. They were my strokes. Different strokes for different folks.
You get it.
You get it.
It's a 3-wood.
Uh-huh.
All right. That's the name of the. Okay. Whatever. Anyway, so I'm trading in clubs right after I had the round of my life. So, 3 months. I can't wait to tonight at pickleball. We're playing pickleball tonight. I can't wait to tell Scott I shot an 83. He's gonna. What do you think Scott's gonna say? I think he's gonna give me with the. Holy crap, dude. I think that's a top 3 response.
No, this is what it's going to be. Dude, are you serious? And then he's going to laugh.
That's a good one,
too. He loves laughing.
He'll laugh at like,
dude, are you serious?
That's
Can you hear him say that?
Yeah. All right. We'll report back on what Scott says.
Or just like a really high eyebrow.
Highbrows. Dude, what?
What?
Like scramble? Or like he'll ask some questions. I'll say no, free solo. Alex Honnold it.
Let's record his reaction. Don't tell him until I get there.
Okay,
whatever.
Yeah.
Make sure you get it on tape.
Anyway, so buying some different golf irons.
Okay, so what's the caption on it?
Yeah, what do I send in the Venmo that like he's gonna like obviously if he's smart, he won't let me leave without like Venmoing him right then and there. But obviously, this is not a time to just put golf irons. This is a time to really make an impression with Jack.
I think something just completely out of context. Like, I don't use shaving cream.
Or my sister has her own kids.
Yeah. Or like, I still can't do the monkey bars. Or a tornado hit my house when I was 3.
It's a little non sequitur.
Yeah.
Just a little something about me.
Just something. Yeah.
I still can't get over the taste of eggs.
I peed my bed like a year ago. Not even joking.
Maybe less.
Yeah. And told a million people about it on my podcast.
Earlier, my friend gave me birth control. In a way. His name's Brad. Okay. Well, for the ghosties, scroll back, go on Venmo. Find me, scroll back 6 days from now and find out what I end up putting.
That's fun.
Hopefully it's not private. Sometimes it does that.
Or what if you what if you like make a joke that doesn't make any sense in person and then you write and then you put like a punchline to the joke in. No, that's what you do. That's what you do. You go to him and you say you do the like joke. You say, "Hey, what's whatever, black, white and red all over." And then he's like, "I don't know." And you go, "Get the clubs."
Check your Venmo.
Yeah, the clubs. And then check your Venmo.
Oh, okay. All right, let's make up a joke right now. Golf base. So the name of the clubs are Titleist.
Okay.
Is there a pun? Is there wordplay there?
First one I can think of is entitled.
Oh, okay. Who do you talk to? Oh, that's not even a joke. That's just a question and answer. I was gonna say, who do you talk to once you've bought a car from someone? You're Titleist. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do better than that.
Title. What about tidal waves? Title
or title-ish.
Title-ish.
Like, he's not. I don't know. This is tough.
Like, are the waves safe? They're title-ish.
They're not. Not monsoon.
Titleist.
Maybe we go. Okay, forget Titleist.
Irons. Are they? They're irons. Okay.
Irons.
Irons.
It was firm. It was adamant. We just go National Treasure on them. Written in iron pen.
And impersonate Nick Cage the whole time you're there. What's his name?
I think Jack.
You Jack.
I'm
here to pick up the irons. That's more Batman.
We have to look inside of the trunk.
The secret lies in your trunk. You got the junk in the trunk. Hey, you're Jack. Secret lies with you. Where's Riley? Riley, take my clubs. Need to talk with Jack. Benjamin Franklin. He would love these clubs. He was ironclad. He was adamant. He was resolved.
He was my titleist. We need more heat.
Yeah, what if you do that? You're like looking at the clubs like seeing how shiny they are.
There's something on the back of these clubs.
You have some lemon juice.
We're gonna need more lemons. We're gonna need more heat.
I just love when they make eye contact and then they blow on.
I have a lot of like friends in my life who still be like, about once a year, I go back and watch the Ellen We Bought a Limo National Treasure. Like, oh, that reminds me.
Deep cut.
I've been going back through my Facebook memories and posting some of them every now and then, just old Facebook statuses and whatnot. But it'll tell you like this day in history what you did. I think everyone's familiar with that. A couple days ago, it was like, 3 years ago on this day, you posted this video from Ellen We Bought a Limo. And I'd forgotten, maybe I've told this story in the podcast before, but it doesn't seem fresh. So, for our millions of new listeners, here's a story, and it's one of my favorites.
Thank you guys, by the way.
We go back through Ty and Kyle's hometowns. We wanted to do something fun and great for the community there. Ty's sister was a teacher. Oklahoma is somewhat like notorious for like having like very underfunded schools. That's like a big thing in like their politics, yada, yada. We donated a bunch of money from our GoFundMe for certain schools to get school supplies. We showed up in the limo. We dropped off all these school supplies. It was an awesome thing. A couple news stations show up. A Spanish-speaking news station was there, which was really fun. Ty spoke Spanish. We didn't. They still interviewed all of us. I don't know why they did that. I'm just like, see, whatever he said. I don't know. I trust him.
See?
Yeah. Anyway, this one news station, they interview us. They speak English. It goes well. They ask us, a lot of the typical questions. Why are you doing this? Are you having fun? What are you going to do if you meet Ellen? Which at that point, we were so tired of hearing that question because we're like, we don't even care that much about it. We're just doing this for us, kind of. This is like just something for us to do and help people out along the way. But so Kyle chooses some new answer that we haven't done before. He goes, you know what? If I met Ellen, I think I would actually try to hang out with Portia more. I think I would want to hang out with Portia. Maybe coffee, maybe tea. I don't know, like balls in her court kind of thing. So whatever, kind of funny answer, I guess. But the news story comes out a couple of days later, and they post it to their Facebook. Do you remember the story? You familiar with this? They did like this kind of like BuzzFeedy thing where instead of like taking our actual audio, they tried to make it this like inspirational 60-second video. And so there was none of our actual audio. There was like this light, like copyright free music in the background with captions for like what we were saying. But they butchered Kyle's words a little bit. And so what it said when he goes,
they're clueless probably about who Portia is.
Exactly. Go ahead, yeah, no, you got it. So Kyle, in quotes on this like Facebook page with like tens of thousands of followers, it says, Kyle Brown, Ellen fan. I would love to hang out with the unfortunate sometime. Maybe coffee or tea, balls in your court.
Let me know on your Boost mobile phone if you can hang out.
It just made him seem like this got posted. Just like, wait, are they doing a good thing? Or like, is he keep himself distanced from the unfortunate?
Unfortunate.
Someday, sure. Not right now.
Like in California, though. Like once we get there.
Once I get to Ellen, I would love
develop
to
a heart for that.
It just seemed so callous. It's so just like, yeah, maybe. Balls in your court. But if we are going to hang out, it's only going to be coffee or tea. I'm not doing any kind of benefit fundraiser. I'm not doing it. Oh, yeah, that cracked me up remembering that. So,
that's great. No, I hadn't heard that story. Yeah. I love how much money does somebody have to send you on Venmo to get in your close friends if they're not there already?
All my close friends stories.
Because the close friend story up with Jake is pretty good. It's pretty fun.
I think you can't pay for it.
Good. Yeah,
it's just for me and my close friends. Yeah,
okay,
sorry.
Tell your deepest, darkest secret to Jake, and then maybe
in a Venmo request.
Yeah.
Maybe coffee or tea.
Yeah.
Balls in your court.
No, the status updates have been great. Like just went to the mall 11 years ago. Just got back from the mall. Just saw Tokyo Drift.
Just saw Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
That's just great.
I'm born in Kansas City. Go USA.
I think that one of them was?
I think the Olympics must have been on. I don't know why I said go USA all of a sudden.
Oh man, yeah.
So yeah, those have been nice. But
cool.
Anyway, how'd we get there? Venmo. Yep. National Treasure.
I have some shout outs.
Let's get some shout outs.
You want to get some shout outs?
I got a shout out.
Okay. You want to go first?
No.
Okay, great. I'll go first. My first shout out is to Sam. I don't know your last name, but I'm not going to put it on here anyway because you're 5 years old, but you're a Ghostrunners fan. You got a Ghostrunners t-shirt for your birthday, your 5th birthday. Happy birthday to Sam. His mom said he is our biggest fan, which we have a lot of them.
Biggest fan, Sam.
He's pretty short though, so I don't know how big of a fan he truly is.
Maybe he's a circus performer and he wears stilts sometimes.
That could be.
That could be why he's our biggest fan.
That would make sense about the top hat. And the line in the background.
Start to piece together this picture I saw.
Yeah,
that makes more sense.
Shout out to Sam. That's my first one.
Okay, I'll start with a human as well.
Okay.
Shout out to Steven. I met him after our final show in North Carolina, and we had a nice talk. He was like a really just great kid. It was fun to chat with him. And at the very end of our talk, we'd been talking a few minutes. He goes, "Oh, and by the way, I've been like watching all your videos ever since like Juggling Josh, or maybe even before that." I was like, "Whoa, you got to open with that, dude. That's crazy. That's so cool." Like this dude was watching me drop a hot dog off of a skyscraper
right
3.5 years ago, and now like he saw me perform stand-up comedy.
Yeah, you probably want to hear that at the beginning of a relationship or like a conversation. Like,
I already liked him, but that made me like him even more.
Well, and that would also like show that like he knows things about you that you don't have to like say again sometimes. That's
and it gives me stuff to talk about.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
be specific at the beginning. Go back to that tip.
Okay, Nathan. Okay, I have a shout out to the Instagram accounts that are, whatever, Ellis family, but really it's just the mom that just controls the whole account. Like acts like it's her and her husband.
Like always speaking in
like Brad and Catherine Ellis. Like, yeah, we recently, went to like, no, it's you. It's you by yourself.
They only speak in possessive pronouns.
Yeah.
The husband has no idea you even have
the
this
husband
account.
doesn't even know how to log in.
No. Yeah, he does not have access to this.
Nope. So shout out to those families.
Shout out to those families.
Shout out to those women, basically.
I'd like to give a shout out to Jason's Deli. I've never had it until 2 days ago.
Yeah, I heard you went to
and
the
I
old
was
deli.
Fired up on Jason's D. Oh, it was awesome. I love pasta. Yeah. I love chicken. They got a lot of combinations of both.
Yeah, they do.
It was awesome. And I was going nuts. I get this straight from my dad. They had a cafeteria style ice cream machine.
Oh yeah.
I haven't had this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have sprinkles?
I didn't see sprinkles.
Give me some sprinkles on that.
I could have like maybe rubbed a crouton raw and treated that as sprinkles. I don't know. Big salad
texture,
bar.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, I got so excited when I saw that ice cream machine.
Oh yeah.
I loaded up on that. I got a Hattie style one.
I'm talking one of these, like you're moving the bowl while it's going down so you get more. Oh yeah.
The trick with the cone is up and down movements.
Oh, you went cone, I go bowl.
I went cone. It was like, eat my meal. All right, ice cream to go.
Trey Wood.
Yeah,
let him eat the ice cream in peace.
That dude is in a hurry.
He
More
is.
than anyone I've ever met in my life.
Dude. It's like, come on.
Even just going downstairs. I'm like, whoa, it's like 6 a.m. We're heading to the airport. That's just, I'm barely awake.
Yeah.
I don't need to run down these babies.
Does he go 2 at a time when he goes up?
Oh, for sure. He
really?
would consider it just, you're wasting your time and borderline your life to take one step at a time going up.
Collecting seashells going one at a time.
Yeah.
Come on.
He moves so fast. So yeah, shout out to Jason's Deli.
Yeah. Is it all you can eat? Is it a buffet?
Apparently with COVID, you get one visit to the salad bar.
So that's funny. That's a funny image. Like
Trey
just
loaded
go
up.
for it. Yeah.
He got a double wide. It was awesome. He got his money's worth.
That's awesome. You just get the tray and like
no bowl.
Yeah,
just
like
a tray.
TRAY. Yeah, just put all the salad on there. Hope it's disinfected. Yeah, I got a shout out. This one's for One Request. It's a company. Shout out to One Request. They're the people. They're essentially like they're helping us buy this minivan. They're we know the guy that like one of the guys that's like high up there, and it's essentially a car concierge service is what they're calling it. Like, but it's like a real estate agent for cars. And I thought it was like,
you kind of tell them what you want.
You tell them, here's what I want. Here's my budget. Here's the specifications we want. And then they find it for you. And it's like $400. So it's a little bit of money, but I guarantee you we're going to save so much money because of them. Like,
sweet.
Yeah. Like already, like we looked at I found a car on cars.com and I was like, this looks awesome. He's like, do not buy that. I looked at this report and this report. And it's been in a really major accident. And
show me the Carfax.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't Carfax. It was like some other like deeper thing.
Show me the One Request.
So anyway, One Request. Check them out if you're ever looking for a minivan for your family. So
I'd like to give a shout out to some signage that I saw Saturday during the day.
Okay.
Trey and Al and I got away to play some golf, little par 3 course.
Shot 83.
It was par 3 course. So hopefully I would not shoot 83 that day. But
okay. Yeah, I know golf.
I am looking for my ball in an area, not super heavily like lush with, greenery, but I'm in the middle of looking for my ball. And then to my left, I see a sign that says, beware of snakes.
No.
I'd like to give a shout out to whoever had to put that sign there. I'd like to give
Learn
a shout
the hard way.
Yeah, snakes are all over, but it has to get pretty bad to where we should probably put up a sign.
Yeah, like that's where they hatch.
It's really dangerous.
That's where they shed their skin.
Yeah, or something.
So they're mad.
They get a hold of other people's skin. So
it's
like,
no.
I've seen snakes in a lot of areas, and I've never had to, thought we should put a sign or like someone should put a sign there. Like it must get pretty nasty up in there.
So did you just get a new ball?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Goodbye, golf
100%. Like never mind.
Yeah. So
play it as it lies or whatever they say.
Big shout out to whoever had to put the sign there.
Okay,
that's too bad.
I want to give a shout out to Lindsay Blakely. She's a Ghostrunners fan.
Oh, Blake.
She wrote the jingle last week, the Stacy's Mom jingle.
Oh.
Forgot to shout her out because we were in a big hurry.
Oh, that's right.
So shout out to you, Lindsay.
She understands.
Thank you for writing that jingle. It was a while back that you wrote it, and I hope that your wait was worth it because it was awesome for us. So thank you for that.
Yeah, people really, really liked that one.
Yeah.
It was nice. Fun. I don't think I fully processed it because we were in such a hurry at the time, but it was awesome.
It was fast. Yeah, it was good. I got a few more.
I'd like to give a shout out to everyone I've been in a group chat with recently, just not responding. That's been cool. We didn't sign up for a basketball league because I couldn't figure out who could play in time.
Really? All right. Sorry.
No, you were great.
Yeah, I was fine. I was fine. I didn't respond right away though.
But you'd already told me in person.
Yeah.
That you were not going to play.
But I think sometimes there's a little bit of etiquette there, or a little bit of like awareness of like, hey, other people aren't responding. You should respond anyway in the group chat to spur the conversation.
Snowball.
Yeah. So I'm apologizing for not doing that quicker.
No, I don't put that on you. I sent in the middle. Oh, this is kind of fun. Every night of the shows, I would come off stage and then weirdly get in this adult mood where I would just like do something that's like, I should have, this feels like something I should do at 11 a.m.
and balance my checkbook real quick.
Yeah. So Friday night, I get off stage and I sold all my Dogecoin. I had been hanging on to kind of a dangerous amount, borderline, like just an unsafe amount of it. Like, what if it, and I was like, it's back to where I bought it at. Let's just get out.
Peaks and the bubbles.
I made like $90. So it's like, good enough.
Hey, yeah.
Good enough. I'm getting out of this. So
that'll get you some irons.
Pulled the trig on that. And then the next night I booked all of our stuff for Hawaii while Trey was on stage. Good. I actually, maybe I'll put up a picture right now. If you could see the room I was in, because I sent a picture and sent it to all them. And then I'm booking an Airbnb on a golf course in Hawaii.
Yeah, beautiful place.
Nothing like booking, Hawaiian vacation when you're in the literal opposite of Hawaii.
I would ask you like where you're going to stay, but you probably don't know because it's all the same syllables in different orders.
Only 9 different letters.
Yeah.
So it's hard to know. It starts with a W.
Okay. Oh, Wailea Beach.
Wailea Beach.
Yeah.
Look at you, Hawaiian baby.
Oh, yeah, baby.
And then Sunday night, what did I do Sunday night? Oh, I think it's when I pulled the trig on the golf irons. Yeah, I was like, I messaged a few different people. I was talking to Peter, which irons you like, whatever.
Yeah.
Where am I going with this? What's the shout out?
Shout out to...
Oh, no. Yeah. So I do all this work. I'm booking stuff. I'm sending all these Airbnb options like the night before. This is like at 2 a.m. Just got done hanging out with like Malia, Celia, the crew. We went to Cookout. We got kicked out of this parking lot. But we got kicked out of the parking lot by some civilian driving a truck with a green light on it. And all the girls were like, oh, okay.
Like green light on top?
No, green light like on the interior of the car, like in front of the windshield.
I don't know. It might be a North Carolina thing. Greensboro.
Greens. I didn't even think.
Yeah, that's why it is.
He might have been the mayor.
Yeah. Mayor Green.
There's like this lawn furniture set up in front of a really nice, like bougie little like coffee shop / I think they sell plants or something. It's right next to Cookout. So it's like Cookout's closed on the inside. My dad's calling me.
Sure.
I'm really getting fired up.
Tony?
Yo.
Well, you had a good day then, didn't you?
I told her, hey, you're on the podcast right now. Me and Brad are recording right now.
Well, sure, I'm on the podcast.
Yeah, I texted my dad that I shot an 83 and he just called me a cheater.
He knows his boy.
Hey, Brad, no, I'm done talking to Brad. Brad doesn't respond to my text.
Oh, come on! Currently trending.
Shoot. That was a funny text, Brad. It deserved a response.
What did you text Brad?
After that debacle on Bohemian Rhapsody, he redeemed himself the next week. And by the way, we've got home video of him singing it the first time.
Oh, good. Send it to
some
us.
Blackmail.
A little Patreon action.
Yeah, I told Mom, I said, hey, send that to me just in case I need it on Brad. And so the next week he knocked out of the park. And so a few hours later, Bohemian Rhapsody was on the radio. So I took a picture of it and I texted to Brad and I said, they're good, but they're not Brad Ellis good.
He did.
that deserved a response, Brad.
It did. It was. You're right. I was working with your son at Trey Kennedy's house, trying to make money.
Yeah, I don't care. All right. Well, you gentlemen enjoy your podcast, and you guys have a great day. And I will talk to my son later.
Hey, give us a tip. Give us a tip.
A tip,
Any kind of tip.
just on life.
A tip on life. Tip on food. Tip on like what are we ordering? For food services these days. Anything.
Always tip very generously.
Okay, a tip on tipping.
Oh, I don't think you understood the question.
No, that's great. That's great.
Now, you guys just caught me off guard, and everything I could think of the sarcastic tip was inappropriate.
We're never inappropriate.
I'm just gonna hang up, and I'll holler at you later.
Okay, I'll call you in like 45 minutes or
I'll
so.
give you a call sometime too, Stevie.
Yeah, here you are, Brad. See ya.
All right, see ya. Bye-bye.
I texted, I responded just now with a bunch of all caps ha 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 ha's. So
No problem.
I
Wait,
thought I'd responded. I'm sorry, Steve. I genuinely did think I had responded. Sorry.
I'll get back to the parking lot Greensboro story, but I didn't respond to my dad this week too because he sent me this picture, which I'll put on the screen now and I'll show to you, Brad. And he said, "Not sure what's happening." No, he said, "Not sure what is getting ready to happen." I'll describe it for people on audio. My dad's at a car wash. You could see that Correct Opinions is playing in the car.
Okay.
There's a car in front of him. There's a guy standing there. This should have been a time where I would have said, "What in the world are you talking
what
about?"
in the world are you talking
That's
about?
what I should have said. What do you think I should have said, Brad / Ghostrunners listeners who are watching this on YouTube? How do you interpret this photo?
I guess if I were you, I would have gone to the part that he's in on the podcast and seen what he was like talking, like what you were talking about. And then if you didn't figure it out from there, I would just say, "What in the world are you talking about?"
I called him a few days ago and I pretty much said, like, I had no idea what you were saying. And he goes, "Oh, that guy in blue jeans. He doesn't even work at the car wash. He just stands there.
He just
Stands there and like he said, every day I go, my dad has a car wash membership.
Yeah,
He
baby.
loves it. He goes
Yeah.
every single morning.
It's
He does
awesome.
car wash. He says that guy stands there in his blue jeans, doesn't work for the place, and just watches cars get washed. I was like, okay, with a little context, that is pretty hilarious.
Does he talk? Is he there like to talk to somebody else? At least maybe.
I don't know.
That's weird.
This could be like a Walter White situation. Like he owns the car wash, but he also owns Jesse Pinkman.
Yeah, right. Steve Triplett just texted back, "Too late," with 4 exclamation points. Dude, if we ever have enough money, I think we should own a car wash. I think that's a very good investment.
Really?
It
Easy
seems
money?
like, yeah,
The fact that Travis Kelce bought one shows that this is a good investment.
It runs
'Cause
itself.
He can do a lot with his money.
yeah. I don't know how expensive it is to start, but like the one that I have the membership to is churning out people. Like I bet there was one time, it was a very long, like the longest line I've ever seen there, but I bet it was 100 cars deep.
That's deep.
Yeah. But it went so fast. So
It went
Yeah.
so fast. Anyway, we're eating
Greensboro.
cookout. Beautiful
Parking lot.
night. It's like midnight. Perfect weather. I'm with all these new friends, old friend. We're like, oh, we just got cookout. Where should we eat it? Oh, there's lawn furniture right there. This is perfect. We're like eating our food, and then some guy in a truck comes up. "Hey, sorry, y'all gotta move." And there was like, "All right." I was like, "No, we don't even that. What is that guy in charge of? Why are we moving?" Oh, it made me so mad.
did you
And-
move?
We kind of like slowly moved
Meandered.
away, and yeah,
just eat it
but
as
then
we're moving.
he went to the Krispy Kreme parking lot, which is kind of watching us. I was like, "What? I don't know what this guy does." But then these 4 high school kids came up and they were pushing their friend in a shopping cart. And I was like, this is why people get kicked off the parking lot.
That is hooligan. Yeah. Thanks.
There might be some rule in place, but I feel like you got to look at the context. Like, hey, here's some people in their upper 20s eating milkshakes. I think we could probably let them hang out in the parking lot.
No, I think so.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's too bad.
How did I get there? I don't know.
A shout out.
Basically, my Hawaii group text was it was just me and Kristen. She listens to the pod. Just me and Kristen texting back and forth.
Shout out to you, Kristen. Thank you for responding to Jake.
Yeah, thank Kristen.
Shout out to, you got a few more. You got any more?
Sure.
All right. I got a shout out to football. Football's back.
Oh, that reminds me.
Football's back, baby.
Football's back. All right. Okay, speaking of football, I'm gonna hijack your shout out real quick.
No, it's fine. That's all I had.
Me, Trey, and Alan, we're talking football. We're just so amped for football season to be here. Like so much to look forward to. And we start thinking like, oh, we're gonna be on the road for a lot of Sundays. Kind of a bummer. But wait, why don't we try to see a game like on one of these Sundays? So we start going through the schedule.
Charlotte.
We look, that's on a Friday, but our first Sunday that we're away somewhere is in like a football town is Reading, PA, pretty close to Philly. So we look, Philadelphia schedule, They play away that day.
Oh.
Bummer. Okay, next Sunday that we're somewhere with a football team is New Orleans, November 14th. Oh, Superdome, baby.
Yeah.
Mercedes-Benz Dome, whatever it's called now.
Yeah.
Katrina Dome. We go there, New Orleans Saints schedule, they play away.
Okay.
Oh, that would have been fun. That would have been fun. Okay.
But Breeze isn't there anymore. So
next weekend, November 21st, Indianapolis.
Oh,
Okay,
the
another
Colts.
dome. Yeah, the Colts. You're treating it like a quiz. They were the Colts. Lucas Oil Stadium.
I know what Indiana's shaped like.
And we go to their schedule. They have an away game that day.
Dang it.
God, okay, we're gonna get one. We're
Okay.
gonna get one. Then 2 weekends later, December 5th, we're in Denver, Mile High Stadium. That would be sweet. We look it up. They're playing the Chiefs that day in Kansas City.
No!
We went over 4.
I believed it.
It
I
was
believed in you.
I know.
Oh, bummer.
Imagine us
Yeah.
in the moment. Oh, I was crushed. I was so crushed. How did we go 0 for 4 and even got a Chiefs game, but wrong city? Oh, man.
That's a bummer.
So shout out to whoever booked Trey's tour.
Okay, let's just double down, or not double down, but let's alleviate the problem. Are you ever not on the road on Sunday?
Yes.
Let's just fly on Sunday to go somewhere and go to a game.
Like let's miss the Chiefs game.
Let's go to the Redskins Cowboys in Washington D.C. or Redskins Giants. Like that's like an even worse game. Like
Please don't call them that, Brad. My goodness. First your son puts on whiteface,
Oh,
and now
gosh.
you're throwing the S. The
Redskins Caballeros. Sorry, Redskins. What was the other one? The different things that you say in a bathroom.
What? What in the world are you talking about?
The Caballeros was like Cowboys, like
like
squatters and
blokes and Sheilas.
yeah.
I see what you're saying now.
Redskins versus the blokes. Cow blokes.
Got it.
Okay, so shout out to football.
Shout out to football.
It's amazing. It's what now? 18 weeks out of the year plus playoffs, and it's like the best time of your life.
It's
Every time.
awesome.
I was telling, like Trey and I were like resonating with each other of like, you got to put in the investment on Saturday.
With your family.
Like I want Catherine to have like no qualms with me sitting on the couch for 8 hours straight on Sunday afternoon, because look at whatever Brad did on Friday night, Saturday, all day. Like Sunday, it's all yours, baby.
He didn't go to Jason's Deli once.
No way.
Even though he wanted to.
He wanted to so bad.
Those are good shout outs.
Yeah, I have a few more.
Okay, keep going, baby. I'm all out.
Okay.
I also wasn't planning on doing any shout outs.
No,
so
you
I just
did great.
trying to think of stuff.
I saw a bumper sticker that said SSDGM. Any idea?
SSDGM?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Wait, SSDGM.
Mhm.
This guy's an old Cubs fan, probably.
Yeah.
Sammy Sosa dingers. Goodness, mama.
Goodness, mama. That's it. That's what it was.
That's the first thing that makes the most sense. SSDGM.
I'll do fill in the blanks with you. All right.
Oh, you know it? You talked to this?
I looked it up.
Social Security.
Mhm.
Danger,
Danger.
danger, man. All right, help me out. I don't know.
Okay. Stay blank. Don't blank blank.
Oh, stay soft. Don't get money.
You're getting there.
Okay, it seems like
Okay.
urban.
I'll tell you when you get a word right. Get is correct. Money and soft are not.
get. That's what I have so far.
Stay blank. Don't get.
Oh,
blank.
I don't get. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Stay sweaty.
Close.
Don't get magical.
Oh, okay.
Stay. What do you? Is this like a phrase that people stay salty? Salt life. It's like a salt life thing.
No.
Ocean.
Salt of the earth. No, it's that.
Stay spiritual.
No. Opposite.
Don't get
Not opposite. Not satanic.
Stay. Yeah. Opposite. Stay.
Let's call it a real risque.
Stay sexy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get modest.
Nope. Let's call it risque
Stay
for the
sexy.
first word, and we'll call it not alive for the second word.
Stay sexy. Don't get morgue.
Morgued.
Don't go morgue. Don't go Morgan on me.
Stay sexy. Don't get murdered.
That's such a dumb phrase.
No, I loved it.
What in the world are you
I'm
talking
gonna say
about?
that to every single person. I was trying to go be well. I was trying to say that to people.
Don't get murdered.
Stay sexy. Don't get murdered. Apparently, it's from a podcast or something. Which who would ever put a bumper sticker from a podcast?
Why would you ever cling
That's
to a sentence from a
embarrassing.
podcast?
Oh my gosh. We would never put bumper stickers for ours. That would be ridiculous. So anyway, shout out to SSDGM. Stay sexy, don't get murdered. Last but certainly, actually the best, not least, is shout out to Jeff Brower and your boy Josh 55 for an incredible cameo that I got sent. I texted it to you. Can we play it here? If you don't mind?
Yes, we can. Making sure what time I arranged to get my Benjamin Gates irons. We're good. I got some time.
Okay.
All right, you ready for this?
Shout out to this cameo. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Brad? This is your boy Josh here, and I heard that you were an excellent woodworker and one of my #1 fans, and also heard that you are a comedian and also a podcaster, and that is so cool. And yeah, so thanks for being a fan. So I see you when I see you. Peace out.
$50 for that. That's amazing.
That was worth it.
I know.
That was all. The way he's sitting, dude.
The way he's sitting
is so worth it.
Oh man, I'm going to ask him probably this week if he wants to be a guest on our podcast.
I want you to sit exactly like that, wearing your boy Josh shirt, and send him a video back.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, Josh? It's boy Brad. Just want to know if you want to be on my podcast. Look at the way he's sitting. You guys got to see this on YouTube.
It's just the most pure, just wonderful comedy of all time. Like, I just love this kid so much. Like, I hope Bo is just like your boy Josh.
Dude, maybe this is what you do when I'm in Hawaii. Just have him on instead of me. Just
Yeah,
do it. Just
why
do it.
not?
You and Josh.
I just don't know. I think I would ask him a question and you go, it's pretty cool. So, yeah. That's what he does every time.
I'll see you when I see you.
So, yeah. Like, like literally all he said that whole time was basically the things that Jeff told him to say. And then he goes, so yeah.
He brought nothing new
I'll
to the
see
table.
you. Peace out.
Peace.
I just love it, man. Thank you, Jeff. That made my day.
That's awesome.
So
Jeff is the man. Jeff and
hey,
Josh.
you guys, it's the Ghostrunners podcast here, and we just hope that you listen. It's every Monday with Jake and Brad. So yeah, you know what to do. Peace out. That's what we'll do. Stay sexy. Don't get murdered.
Brad has been impersonating Josh on Patreon a lot recently.
Yeah.
And the Patreon numbers are going up.
I'm not saying it's a direct correlation, but he's got 40,000 followers on Instagram. I think we got like 40,000 Patreon members.
Barely underneath it. Yeah.
We're getting there. So
would you like us to listen to some voice memos, Brad?
let's do it, baby.
I'm excited. This first one comes from one of my friends. So that's fun.
What's up, Brad and Jake? This is TJ. I know Jake from K West, and I was cracking up listening to Brad's ransom video story that they made at camp. And it got me thinking how campers will believe any characters you make and really buy into them. And I think Jake should share his Lampy Limit story from his K West days and how he had to apologize to the entire camp and how Matt Ford had to perform as every 116 rapper due to our lack of diversity that year. I think whether you're a Kanakaker or not, you will love the story. And my wife and I still crack up all the time thinking about that party. And so love the podcast. You guys are amazing. Keep up the great work.
Lack of diversity that year. Every other year, it was like half and half.
It looked
white
like
and black
KAA.
guys. Yeah.
It was, a perfect Oreo.
I mean, the year before we had Manny too, so we had two of them.
We went down 50% in diversity. But then we got Sylvia, Manny's sister, so we went right back.
Okay.
TJ, you're the man. That's so cool that you listen. And one quick story about TJ. So he was a videographer at camp, and he, every 2 weeks he has to churn out like a term video.
Yeah, they stay up late. You're a videographer. That's why you stay up late. It's just a thing you do.
It's the thing you do.
Yeah.
And it's pretty like cookie cutter, like what camp wants these videos to look like. There's kind of a format to it.
It's like an electric guitar, like instrumental song.
You don't get that too much
Yeah.
creative. You have to use these songs. But anyway, TJ did that for a number of summers. When we came through Chicago in the limo, I think we met up with TJ for a bit. They showed us around some places. And via some pictures and videos that TJ took, he made us our own term video, like with the Kanakuk music and like specialties, like instead of basketball, it'd be like seeing the bean
That's
and everything.
hilarious.
And like, I don't remember much about it, but I remember like that was just like amazing. I was like, that's a great friendship thing. Just to like go out of your way a little bit to do something like that. It made an impact. That was awesome, TJ.
He spent time on that,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. It meant a lot. It was
That's
cool.
really funny with the song. Like that would be so funny.
It was
'cause
like a spot on recreation of the.
That's amazing.
Okay, Lampy, City Limits. It was this was like my 4th year on programs, my 6th summer at camp. So I had, a decent amount of experience. And every year Kanakuk gives you the party themes and you choose the ones you want to do. I mean, 9 months before camp,
Choose the ones you want to do. We always had to do all of them.
you did all 8 or whatever?
No, I think there was only 4. No, go ahead. Whatever.
Oh, maybe I just had more
changed it.
privileges than you did.
Maybe.
Ward would ask me like what parties I wanted to do.
Interesting.
Because
Okay.
I think there were 8 you could choose from. K2 would do like 6, but yeah, we'd only do 4.
Interesting. Okay.
Anyway, regardless of theme, I was like, Ward, I already got one. I'll make it work with whatever theme we need. But I have this like vision. Like this is the most like creative I've probably ever been. Like I don't think this way anymore, but like this, I had this idea for this production, this whole event, this whole night where it was going to be like, instead of Austin City Limits, which you've been to, you got the wristband to see Migos,
Quavo.
Tanner, Josh, and
Migos.
Heath.
Yeah.
And one of the people I met this weekend, they were like, I was the one who sent the voice memo in about ACL, about tearing my ACL. She was ACL buddies with you.
Okay.
And then we just took it and ran with it. We're like, oh yeah, you went to ACL with her.
Yeah.
That's so funny. That needs to be a clip. Justin,
write it down.
Tanner, Josh, and Heath. Okay. I wanted to do like a music festival, even though I'd never been to one. I still never been to one, at camp, using our counselors as performers and just playing all the typical like bangers at camp, but us like lip singing them and making it epic. And, we had tickets, you could like scalp tickets, you could win tickets,
Nice.
We had like barcodes and all this stuff and big banners, whatever. It was just awesome. I put every ounce of effort I could into it. It was so sweet. But this idiot first year counselor, I think his name was Matt Hay. I'll just go ahead and say his first and last name, whatever. I haven't talked to him at all. This could be a way to reconnect. I'm pretty sure that was his name.
Just the whole name.
And he's like going around just being like, hey kids, you hear Lecrae's coming tonight? I heard Lecrae's coming, which is like the biggest Christian rapper. And like, he's definitely not coming, but it is possible because he has come to camp before. So that
Right.
gets every single kid in camp just so fired up. Like, yo, like term 1, like Lecrae is coming. Lecrae is coming. Everyone is talking about it like days leading up to it. I'm like, this is the exact opposite. Like I had a meeting with everyone and told you specifically not to say that. That's the only thing that'll ruin this party is if kids have too high of expectations.
Yeah.
The entire camp, 250 kids are expecting
Like
the biggest name in Christian rap to be like the cherry on top at the end of this party.
right.
And then poor Manny comes out. Boo! Boo! Give us Lecrae!
No, dude.
This isn't him.
and so he's just like, represent.
Just trying to like lip sync this song, and oh my god! Every other term it went amazing
With his Nike Crows.
Yeah, but just that one term. I mean, every kid for multiple days had just been told all these rumors, like, yeah, I think Lecrae's coming, and I was just so. I mean, I wasn't devastated, but I was like, dude, it doesn't take much to like for a 13-year-old to like
Right.
ruin their experience.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this for so long.
And if you just said, hey, here comes, like, if you're at the party and you say, and welcome to the stage, Lecrae, like, people would get excited for 2 seconds and then they'd see Manny and be like, oh, so it's like a goofy version of the party. Like,
and leading
it's
up
not
to
real.
it, the 10 previous performers were other counselors that they know. So I don't think you would have expected it at that point,
See, okay. In hindsight, then I think you got to do Lecrae at the very beginning of the concert. Because that man seemed like you were holding out the real performer for the end.
Well, term 1, it did seem like that. But otherwise, at a normal night, it's like, yeah, our counselors are the performers.
Yeah.
And this is fun. And we would have like the dance, especially like we had choreographed like dances for it. Like it looked like a concert. It was so sick.
Who else did you have come? Like
Britt Nicole was there. We actually had a decent amount of diversity that year because I think, Darius was visiting one night. Darius planned it perfect. He happened to be there. Looks a little like Tadashi if it's dark, So we did Chainsaw. We had an entire family of 4 5. Like they're all dressed in like
okay.
lumberjack gear. The year Chainsaw came out, and then
Yeah.
Darius does the Tadashi verse. Like we pulled it off with the right people and dressed to the nines, exactly how you needed to. It was so fun,
That is awesome.
but not term 1.
Because of Matt Hay.
Boo!
You hear me, Matt Hay? I still remember your name. That's too good, man.
Yeah. Anyway, gosh, camp was awesome.
It is.
We made the most of it.
Best time of our lives.
Yeah.
Truly.
Until
That is
we're-
the only time I regret having kids because I'm like, I can't work at camp anymore unless I have like a director or something.
Dude, speaking about the best time of our lives, in the middle of me shooting the best golf of my life today, I just had this moment while looking for Isaac's ball.
Wow.
Not mine.
Sorry, bud.
Sorry, buckaroo. But I was like, yeah, kind of this interesting moment where I was like, this is like, Brad and I are like becoming comedians. As much as I don't want to admit that, and I get a little conscientious of how that comes across, like,
Mhm.
I think more than likely, we're going to look back at this point of our life, like the podcasting, the first years of our podcasting days, and like, that was when it started to happen for us. Like, that was when Like, look at us now. Like, that was when we didn't know that all this is going to happen. Obviously, we don't know what that is 10 years from now.
Yeah.
But there's a good chance that you and I are both going to have a career in comedy.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think we've set ourselves up well. And like, barring some massive controversy, you know, I think I should have no problem becoming a stand-up comedian someday.
Yeah.
Even when I have a wife and kids. Like, we're in a position to do that.
Sure.
That's crazy.
And we're not going to be jerks when we get
We'll be
famous.
nice to Chris in the room with the grenadine and the malt liquor.
Who are you? I don't remember you.
I'm from the ice machine room.
You know me.
You know, when the fax, we would get a fax when I would come off stage.
84 degrees. Nick Lachey, 98 degrees.
No, it's not even close.
Yeah, dude.
Anyway, I don't know why I'm saying all that. I think you said best time of our lives, but
Yeah.
it's like we have so much ahead of us, which is crazy.
Yeah, dude. I'm excited. I'm always excited about the future.
Future's
I'm
awesome.
futuristic. That's my number one strength finder.
That's you. That's what you've always been.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do
It's
it.
going to be awesome, dude. I love it. Thank you for saying that. That's sweet.
It's just cool. I'm going to think about it more and talk to myself more about it when I'm alone. Okay, another voice memo.
What's up, Jake and Brad? This
Hello.
is Drew from Pensacola. So I'm currently in the car with my wife. We got married yesterday, and we are on our way from
Whoa.
Pensacola to Gatlinburg for our honeymoon.
That was
Um,
choked.
So, Brad, I don't know if you
Pensacola to
remember this,
Gatlinburg.
but for my wedding gift, my brother
Is that a
bought
step
me
down?
a
Not sure.
cutting board from Ellis Custom Creations, and
Yo!
it was kind of funny because you sent it to us and it had the wrong date on it.
100%.
And so he had to
Yo!
send it back and everything, and you got it taken care of. But
yeah,
it is
yeah, you did.
excellent.
course I
We
did.
absolutely love it.
Of course you do.
Customer
So
service.
Ghosties, just a suggestion. If you have a gift that you need to get anybody, Ellis Custom Creations is the way to go. So
Let's
Brad,
go.
that leads me to my question. What is one thing that you want to make for Ellis Custom Creations that you just haven't been able to yet? And then Jake, for you.
Good one, Drew. Good one.
Hey, at least you feel it now, okay?
Dude, I can't believe he's leaving a voice memo on the way to his honeymoon. Like, that's so intimate. We shouldn't be here for
My
that.
wife's asleep, you know.
Yeah.
Late night.
Can't hang.
Yeah. Going from Pensacola to Gatlinburg.
I mean, that's just classic road
we
trip.
just finished our wedding in Palm Springs, and we're on our way to Des Moines for our honeymoon.
Yeah, we're doing kind of a West Coast trip. So we're finishing up at Coeur d'Alene in Idaho, and then we're going down to Sacramento. We're going to finish it off in Sacramento.
You know, yeah, we had a beautiful wedding out in Denver, and we're just driving south a little bit to El Paso for a nice wedding.
Just to finish it off.
And maybe go Juarez halfway through. We hear it gets kind of spicy down there. Great nightlife.
Tijuana's kind of out of the way, but we might do it.
We might do Tijuana. We hear they have great knockoff boots
It's
there.
the street tacos.
They're to die for. You get it?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Okay. This is funny. So like, I think twice ever, not ever, but like
Ever.
yeah, like not very often do I ever screw up on like anything like this. And two of the times I've screwed up on things are when I've made them for ghosties.
Oh,
So
too
this
much
one,
pressure.
This one, I don't. No, it's just yeah. So the first one was with Natty Hope. Well, it was for Anna Scholes, who bought it for Natty Hope. Who she like I spelled her last name wrong. Like she was getting engaged.
Hope?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I spelled it HOAP. I was like, gosh, dang.
Oh, that's Yarp.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
right.
Yarped it.
Crap, I don't remember your new last name, Natty. I'm sorry. But anyway, spelled their last name wrong. So I just had to send a new cutting board for them. And that's fine. And
First of
then
all, just quick shout out to Natty Hope. I feel like she's like,
she's a super
I
fan.
think she might have been our first patron. No, actually, Justin was our first patron
She
because
was
he knew about it before.
Definitely the first one that ordered merch.
But yeah, like she is the first on like so many things.
And
Huge
she-
fan. Memphis. She's gonna be at the show.
She also ordered a cutting board for me for Anna Scholes. Yeah, it's okay. She got it already. Yeah. Yeah, she's awesome.
Just huge. Natty, I hope also that's not her name, is it? Is it
It's
Natty?
Natalie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Natalia, I hope you haven't bought a ticket for the Memphis show because I want to hook you up with one.
Oh,
If you have bought one, sell it on SeatGeek.
give it to Anna
Give Dana's calls.
or Chris. Hi, Chris.
Hey.
Chris, my friend. He's worked at Key Country with me. He's
Oh,
one
no way.
He's how they found out about the podcast.
Oh,
So-
hey, thanks, Chris.
Anyway, first one messed up with hers. Second one messed up. Like I just put the wrong date. I think it was 8/26 or no, it's whatever. It's 8/13 maybe or whatever day it was. And I think I put 6/13.
Almost.
And yeah, his brother Will was like, "Hey man, this looks great except for the date's wrong." And I looked back at his text. It was 100% my fault. Like, there's no one iota of it that was his fault. Like it absolutely said this. Same with Natalie's or Anna's, whatever. So sorry guys. What's the question? Oh, what do I want to build? I don't know if I want to. Yeah, I guess this is my answer. Have you seen those epoxy pour tables where it's just like they take
I think so, actually.
Yeah, like they're pretty popular on Instagram and stuff. So like they take a piece of wood and then they kind of make a border, like mold around it. And then you pour this clear epoxy on the other side. And it kind of like, you can either put it in between two pieces of wood or on the side of pieces of wood. And they're really cool. They're also like pretty high maintenance, pretty expensive. And so I've never built one just because it's expensive and no one's
asking for
asked
that.
me too much for that. And I'm not going to like just build one for fun.
Hey, don't put it past Natty Hope.
Natty Hope, what you doing later? Going to Gatlinburg for a epoxy table?
That sounds inappropriate.
What you doing? You want to go to Gatlinburg?
You going to Gatlinburg for an epoxy table?
Then pour over tables? No. So I've always wanted to do one. Some woodworkers it's kind of like a hot topic with woodworkers. Some like purists think, oh, like epoxy tables are not real woodworking or whatever. I just think they look really cool. So I want to build one.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like one of those things where like, well, it's a shortcut. That's not a real table. It's like, what does it matter?
You
If
can
people
eat on it.
like it. Yeah. That's all that really matters. So
do you like it?
Yeah. I saw somebody I was at the Woodworkers Guild today and they had done an epoxy table and he's like, yeah, that's $700 worth of epoxy on this. And it was like,
so much epox.
It was tiny. So anyway,
it's expensive.
So it's not cheap, Natty, but thank you for ordering one.
All right, let's get on to our reviews of the week. And if you're listening to this on Monday, feel free. No, never mind.
It's too late.
Never mind. Let's go to our reviews of the week. The title of mine says, all right, Big Mama, get ready to push. Longtime listener, first-time reviewer, catching up on some missed episodes. I'm currently listening to episode 98. Hearing you guys talk about Harry Potter and how you don't get it is so heartbreaking. However, I'm willing to move past that because you guys are hang loose emoji, hang loose emoji, hang loose emoji, hang loose emoji. Seriously, this is the most hilarious podcast. I appreciate you guys putting out clean content I can feel good about listening to. Brad yelling is my favorite thing. Guaranteed laughs every time. Thanks for doing what you're doing. Bye-bye. That's mine.
Thank you.
Thank you, me grosso wo.
I think I kind of get Harry Potter. I really like the first one, just for the record.
There's muggles and brooms.
Mm-hmm. Yep. This is from Alexander Engel. Desi, this is my third review. I'm leaving this on my mom's phone because I've used literally every other device to leave a 5-star review. I love that.
Alexander.
Thank you. This podcast is the best stress reliever. I recently tested positive for COVID the day before my first day of high school.
COVID. I thought maybe you had a Magic Johnson card.
Oh gosh.
Just COVID.
Can you imagine? I did my first week of school online. However, I listened to Ghostrunners to relieve my stress. You guys are such a great comedy duo.
Thanks, Alexander.
Thanks, man.
I think you show up to the first day or whenever you come back, just assume like you didn't know school started. Like first day of school, everybody.
Like,
you know,
syllabus day, but we got to do it.
We got to get through it. Good to see you guys. Like,
Yeah.
We've been in here for 10 days. Okay, stop. You're joking.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Hey.
Teacher seems to know your name already. That's crazy. Yeah.
Wow. This they're good. They must have had pictures beforehand.
He did his homework.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Get it?
Thank you guys for all the reviews. Really appreciate them. And the voice memos. We'll get to more next week, but I have to go pick up some irons from Quick Trip here soon.
You know what I mean?
Brad, would you like to end this episode with a jingle?
You know I would love to end this episode with a jingle. Wait for it. Oh!
That was peaceful, Brad.
Yeah, it was.
It was nice. It felt good.
That was Emily Schmidt that wrote that one.
Gosh, she's back.
She's good. She's
good. And I think we kind of need to answer the question.
How many? Oh, yeah.
The whole song.
I was like, Emily Schmidt. Yeah.
No, like what the whole song was about.
Yes. Who got the most merch?
Who bought the most in June?
The answer is the great state, the People's Republic of Texas.
Good. No, I know.
Texas. We're coming for you.
Jake and Brad.
Sometime.
Yep.
We promise.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we'll talk about it off the pod.
Yeah.
I just got a message. Freaking Jack goes, hey, showed up about 15 minutes early, so I'm here now in the Toyota Highlander.
Hey, that's okay.
Hey, I'm recording a podcast.
That's not on you. That's on Jack.
I feel it on me.
No, don't. Take it off.
That's just the Cliff Bar.
Yep, that's right. That was I like that. I like that.
That was a good opening vid.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening for episode 120. A lot to check out on the YouTube version this week, so leave some comments. Yep. And anything else?
Nope. See you guys next week. Love you guys.
How's your mom?
Ghostrunners podcast. Everybody